What's up, spectators? Welcome back to an episode of Professor Layton and the Azran Legacy. Here we are in Fongi. What were we doing? Oh, yes. Wait a minute. We're building something. It requires the crystal because it's see-through. So we have sticks and something else, and glue, and like an adhesive, but I don't remember why we need this. Oh, wait! It's because they haven't explained. Layton hasn't explained why he needs these yet. Okay, right. Phew, we crossed it. That wasn't so bad. Says the boy who wouldn't let go of the professor's hand. Only because somebody kept shaking the bridge by stomping their way across. Good to see you two getting along as usual. Now I believe we're going to have to step through the waterfall. What, really? Through it? I think I'd prefer not to step under that torrent of cold water, Professor. I'm hardly keen on being soaked myself, but I believe the path continues on the other side. And considering the state of Button's drenched clothes, I suspect the crystals we seek are beyond the waterfall. For such a precocious child, she wasn't particularly good at keeping her secret. I don't think my hat's very water-resistant, Professor. Couldn't we find some way to shelter ourselves first? I fear my own hat is not impervious to the elements either. We shall just have to dry them off afterwards. I don't like the sound of this at all. Can't you do something about it, Emmy? Oh, come on, Luke. It's just a bit of water. But alright, how can I say no when you're giving me those puppy dog eyes? But his hat is silk! What are you going to do? Why don't we just cross the stick? Watch your step, Luke. The water's falling so heavily, and the ground's really slippery here too. To be honest, I'd rather not cross under without a spare change of clothes. Where exactly is this waterfall's source? If we can locate that, perhaps we'll find a way through as well. Source? Is that a rock lodged up there? It looks rather unstable. Let's refrain from walking under it. I'll handle this, Professor. Stand back, everyone. This'll only take a jiffy. She's scrambling right up the cliff. This would have been a great cutscene. Come on now. And with remarkable speed, too. She barely pauses between finding footholds. I can't even see what she's holding on to. And she's reached the top without a hitch. Impressive. You might want to step back a bit further in case the water sprays. Piece of cake. What if people needed that water? What if there were irrigation canals? You just killed people, Emmy. Oh my god. You stopped the whole waterfall! That cave it was blocking must be the way through we were looking for. Thank you for ruining the waterfall, Emmy. Anytime, Luke. What else is a professor's assistant for? Now let's see where this cave leads. It's very dark, so watch where you tread. It's lovely and cool inside. The rock formations, so curious and yet so beautiful. Nature holds many wonders. A natural limestone grotto. Let's look around and see if we can find any crystals like the ones Button treasures so dearly. There it is. I think I could see something sparkling up there, and I'm pretty sure it's not a stalactite. Stalactite. Like, I know what the word, I just don't know how to say it. Could the crystals we're looking for be up there? Fascinating. They only form in this one particular area of the cave. But how are we going to get all the way up there? Just have Emmy climb. Uh-oh, is this my fault? Did I do something when I knocked that boulder over? The pillar, it's shaking. Everyone stand back. I'm going to attempt to dislodge the pillar. With my fists. What? Professor, be careful. If I examine the pillar carefully, I should be able to find a way to make it topple almost effortlessly. What happened? If I just remove this stone... That is so convenient. This is nonsense. Well, that was exhilarating. Is everyone alright? Yes, but wow, that was scary. And I didn't expect the whole pillar to fall down so easily. Despite its size, it was supported by the smallest counterbalance. Well, now that we've made a path, let's select a few crystals to take back, shall we? With these, we have everything we need to make the special accessory. We've worked hard, and I believe our efforts will not be in vain. It just goes to show how resourceful people can be when they really want to. So now will you tell us what kind of mask you're planning to make? You'll see soon enough, Emmy. Let's return to the village and restore the chief to his former jovial self. Okay, I have no idea what's going on. We can't... Whoa, go back! Oh, no! Oh, I can't talk to Kelmy. Okay. Fancy meeting you here. Amelie, don't tell me this is one of the destinations on your honeymoon world tour. Well, you know how it is. The hubby loves these sort of exotic locations. They really bring out the explorer in him. Speaking of which, this puzzle seems to be driving our compasses haywire. I don't suppose you could have a look. Bit 3. The domino effect. This area contains a cluster of legendary ancient stones. The research of one famous archaeologist suggests these stones were once used for fortune-telling. If someone managed to topple all the stones by pushing over just one of them, it would guarantee healthy crops that year. Hearing of the legend, a farmer decided to give it a go. This photograph was taken immediately before he selected his stone. Circle the right stone to push over. Okay. Let's see. Circle the stone he should push, which means one of the stones wouldn't be able to topple over properly. And that would be the starting one. Now, one of these has to... Wait. How does this work? What? Huh? Oh, that's how it works. Okay, I see. Hold on. Well, I imagine it'd be this one. But I'm confused because this grouping here is really weird. I'm not really sure what's gonna happen when this piece falls over to these two. But when it does eventually come down here, this one isn't get toppled over. I think it's this one. Unless it's this one. Because then it sprouts out both of these ways. So it's either this one or this one, I think. Let's try and go with this one. I think this will topple over both. Hey!
Right, I'm all set.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba.
What will the professor say?
Okay. Let's try again. This time choosing the first one I wanted to go with. Which is this one.
Right, I'm all set.
Okay, so I'm just wrong. Nope, don't use hint coin yet. Ha. Oh. All right. Oh my god. See, this is a tricky one because if you really think about it, it goes in this circle. I don't know why I switched to purple. And then it sort of messes up here, I think. And then this one alone also wouldn't work. Oh, this looks awful. The screw, okay. But, okay, let's go back to memo. If you notice, there's a damn it. There's a shadow here. Made by what looks like a giant pillar right there. So it's one of the puzzles where it's not really a puzzle. It's like, you should have chosen the outrageous option. Like, this guy. You can even select the man. See, look at that. See how ridiculous that is?
Right, I'm all set. I'm in top form today.
Ridiculous. Don't come around here with one of your puzzles again. I don't want to see you round my earth again. Would you believe it? The moment you solved that puzzle, the needles sprang straight back to their original position. That story makes no sense. That is the worst subtext. I know puzzles are supposed to make your head spin, but this is ridiculous. Alright, peace out. Never want to see you on my earth again. Chief Moral still doesn't seem to be smiling. Are you ready, Luke? Follow my lead. Okay, Professor. Who's this then? Hello again, Mr. Moral. Don't you remember us? We came to visit you earlier. Never seen you in my life. Are you sure this is going to work, Professor? I can't say for certain until we actually try. Suffice it to say, though, that I have a good feeling about this. It's those Mad Hatters again! Persistent as Ivy. What are they up to this time? Whatever it is, it's bound to be better than your last idea. I mean, really, mustaches aren't meant to do that sort of thing. If I could have your attention, please. Is there anyone in the village who's especially good at polishing? Polishing? Look no further, love. If there's a piece of silverware I can't shine, it predates history. Very promising. And have we also in our midst someone accustomed to, say, chopping wood? Well, I can't chop wood, but I'm not bad at chopping veggies. Is that good enough? Certainly. The precise cutting actions you'll be used to are exactly what we need. And finally, I require someone capable of handling this glue. That's from the Glutinous Max! Sure, the Glutinous Maximus. You'd best give that to me before someone gets too attached to it. Wonderful. That I should find volunteers so quickly reflects how deeply you care about your chief. Is there anything I can do to help? Professor, why not let the boy be in charge of organizing the materials? Organizing? But I want to help make the mask. Well, given the complexity of the task, I thought we would thought we would take care of it, Professor, but I suppose we could let him try. What? Is it really going to be that difficult? Absolutely. See for yourself. There are so many pieces. Some of the objects we gathered are sadly too flimsy for construction, so you see, Luke, this is by no means a simple task. Right, okay, let's see. I'm not sure where to start. We should only need 3 items. Try to choose objects that are easy for each volunteer to handle. Okay, how about this? An interesting choice. Are you happy with that? Yeah, I think we can make something that looks really silly out of this. Let's see. Oh my god, we're making glasses. We're making glasses is what we're supposed to be doing. A frame from the skeleton, and 2 pieces of crystal for the eyes, I think. At a glance, I'd say one of these items will be suitable. The first one. Has to be the first one. I agree. However, I imagine our volunteers are somewhat baffled by your other 2 choices. How might they handle them? Consider carefully which 2 items you should substitute. Right, I'll give it another go. That's the spirit. Just keep trying until you get it right. Leave it to me. Alright, first one, easy. Next one, just gotta cut off that back part because the front part will look a lot like the first part in the polish section. Now we need something for the eyeglasses, so it's probably gonna be something like this. Two of the items I have assigned are correct. It's gotta be the crystals. Okay. Let's drop Let's see. I suppose it could be 2 bones. Let's see here. For glasses... one of the items you have assigned here is correct. Oh! So it's not this crystal after all. It is in fact 2 bones. Okay. Now what goes with those pieces? The frame, the eyeglasses frame, which might look something like this. All 3 of the items you have assigned are correct. Oh, they're in the wrong order. Okay, sorry. Done. There we go. You've assigned each item to the appropriate person. A job well done. Really? Great! So we can get around to making the mask now. Indeed we can. I'll quickly explain how to construct this mask. I wonder how it'll turn out. Well, I cut it the way you ask, but now what? Here you go. As promised, polished to perfection. Don't say Chanterelle ever let you down. Eh? Hold on. Is this what I think it is? I believe we're done. Chief Moral, if you'd just like to place this on your head... Called it! What? What's this all about? Chief Moral, can you see us? What in the... What's wrong with your... The pair of you look ridiculous. He's clearly lost his mind. He's laughing. The Chief's laughing? You've got to be joking. Well, I never. Rarely have I ever. Who'd have thought the gloomy so-and-so just needed a pair of glasses? How do you know what glasses are? You have no optometrists here. How? They're making... out of crystals? First try, you get the right prescription? We must have been blind not to see it. So none of the villagers caught on to the chief's blindness. When did you work it out, Professor? Do you recall how the chief reacted to Professor Sycamore? What happened again? He was really surprised by something, right? There was a significant difference between our performance and the one by Professor Sycamore. Yours required a viewer and mine a listener. Naturally, the chief didn't react to your performance because he couldn't see it. So that explains why he didn't see the Rafflesia flower. Exactly. Which would be the most plausible explanation for his falling in the mud. Of course, it didn't smell of anything, so you wouldn't notice it unless you were looking down at the ground. But if that's the case, how does he even manage to get around the village? Chief Moral most likely relied on his excellent sense of smell. The potent smell of Amanita's concoctions and of Mrs. Morel's homemade meals would have aided his sense of direction. Oh, so he just follows his nose wherever he goes. And with that, why don't we go ahead and end this video here once I read this. The Fongi village chief turns out to be a cheerful fellow who loves nothing more than chuckling at a silly face. His only problem was his poor eyesight, which prevented him from even noticing the village's comedic performances. Alright, stay tuned for the next one, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye!